Tell me the inspiration behind The Night Agent.
Well, The Night Agent is a book written by Matthew Quirk, and when I read it, I just saw so much of it in my mind ready to come to life. I had some original ideas that I was able to kind of mesh with that, and I just sat down and wrote the script. It was just something where I told Sony, our studio, I didn't want to go out and try to pitch this. I just wanted to write it. If no one wanted to make it, so be it, but I just wanted, as a writer, to write it. I did, was very fortunate that Netflix read it and wanted to turn it into a TV show. So it started with a great book, and it just came to me how I thought it should be a TV show.
Our show is based off of a book, and it does veer from the book quite a bit. So I asked Sean Ryan why and what he wanted to do with the show, and I thought his answer was really interesting. He wanted to delve into the differences between how men and women work together in a professional setting and how they butt heads and how they come together and move forward. And I thought that was a really interesting and sensitive idea to have in the back of our minds as we were shooting this really entertaining political thriller.
And tell me a little bit about your character in The Night Agent.
Peter's an FBI agent who sort of gets caught up in this intrigue, and he tries to survive with Rose while he figures it out. The reason I got involved, I think because of Sean and how he pitched it to me when I met with him. Yeah, he said they wanted to make a really grounded, realistic version of this take on the genre, and I resonated with that.
I play Rose Larkin. She's super smart. She's an ex-CEO of a company, and she goes on this crazy journey trying to crack the code of what's going on in the White House. So, which is crazy because I'm a New Zealander, so I know nothing about the White House.
Chelsea Arrington, being good at her job is the most important thing to her. So I loved getting to research the world of being a Secret Service agent. I read the amazing book called Bulletproof, and that's by a real ex-Secret Service agent. And it was just soaking up everything about the kind of person who's willing to sacrifice their life for another person is so interesting.
Okay, so in my real life, I had started wearing wigs for fun because wearing wigs is really fun, and if you have not done it, definitely give it a try. And so when I read the script, and in it, spoiler alert, has disguises, I was like, hey, what about if part of the disguise are different wigs? And initially they were like, yeah, let's try it out. So we tried out the wigs, and Netflix, Sony, whoever was the big honchos were like, you know what, we're into it. And so that was really fun because with every wig, I just felt I think it elevated the character to what it ended up being.
Yeah, so I play a character named Cisco Jenkins. He's a Maryland State Trooper and one of the oldest and best friends of Peter Sutherland, played by the fantastic Gabriel Basso. The whole thing was fun, to be honest with you. I loved working with the entire cast and crew on this show. Getting to meet Sean Ryan was huge for me because I was a big fan of The Shield. So it was a little bit of, a pinch myself moment in that regard, for sure.